Hello everybody, it's the Montessori Monster again. In this video, we're going to be looking at stamp game subtraction dynamic, meaning with exchanging. This is probably the most difficult lesson for children with their addition and subtraction and stamp game in the series. So, we've got our stamp game, my strangely organized box. We'll use the Skittles another time for other lessons. We've got our mat. The mat is optional, just kind of nice to have, especially for a lesson. We've got a lid. Normally I put the lid under the box when I'm teaching a lesson so it doesn't get stepped on, it doesn't take up room. But sometimes I might also use it as a little bit of a writing surface just for the lesson. It depends on where I'm sitting. Right now I'm sitting at a desk. I almost always teach this lesson on the floor with a mat, with a work mat, unless there's mobility issues with a child or something like that. Let's talk about doing a subtraction problem with exchanging. So I'm gonna write a problem for us. I like to use the grid papers. I'm using a multicolored pen. I would only put in one exchange into this problem. It's very difficult for children to do multiple exchanges, particularly if they're in a row. So there's kind of different levels within this level as far as how you write your problems. Zeros can be tricky, but I'm gonna start with what I would do first on this lesson. And so I would definitely not have exchanging in the thousands place, probably not the hundreds. Let's do something like this. I'm gonna kind of build it very carefully. Let's put our exchange in the tens place. And so they start off with a little bit of confidence. We'll do a pretty easy units place. And now if you're teaching multiple children in this lesson, you'll need to write the same problems for all of them. So if I can, I like to write those problems a little bit before the lesson. I often don't have that luxury, but if I can, I do. So let's see, what is this problem saying here? 5,626 minus or subtracting 2,371. Okay, so with subtraction, we only need to make the top number. So it's an easier layout. So let's lay that out. We need to lay out 5,000. There we go. 600. I want to double check these two. I often even say to children like, hey everybody, I'm upside down. See, you would do this, of course, upside down so that they can see it most easily. That's why to some degree all these lessons just take practice once you get going on them. You'll make little mistakes and you just kind of want to learn from those mistakes. I'm sure I don't do everything perfectly right. And I certainly don't do everything sort of orthodox Montessori, even though I'm trained in that way. My training was very orthodox. I was trained by nuns in Columbus, Ohio. You know, I've forgotten little things, but mostly I've just evolved. I've changed based on the needs of the children. Okay, let's check that. I was busy talking. Let's check that. Is this 5,626? Great. Now, I'll say occasionally, probably not with this particular lesson, but some lessons I do purposely make a mistake, just a little thing, to see if they're paying attention. Okay, maybe I've got 2 children in the lesson. Is that right? Did I get it, everybody? They almost always say, yep, you got it, because they sort of just think the teacher knows everything, and whoa, well, wait a minute. No, let's be really careful. We need a 6 in the hundreds place. All right. So we've got it all laid out. Now we just need to subtract, starting at the unit side. Really important, unit side. Okay, what do we take away? Okay, we're looking at our paper. Looks like it's a 1. Take away 1. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. Let's write down a 5 in the units place. Okay, easy. We've been practicing that for a while. We've got 2 in the tens place, and we need to take away 7. Uh-oh. Okay, we need more. We can't take away 7. There's not enough. There's only 2 there. Now, usually because I've done golden beads before and other types of bank game and exchanging, they usually see this. They usually say, oh, okay, I know. I need to do some sort of exchanging. So go slow and explain it a little bit. So if we take 100, we can trade it in. When we turn it in, we can get 10 more of the tens. 10 tens go into 100. So I'm gonna take this 100 and I'm gonna count out 10 tens. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna probably double count. Now, nice thing about laying out the tiles is that it's another way of checking. Like to put out 10, I'm probably gonna just put out 2 rows of 5. And then you can sort of visually see if you've counted right. I tell the kids all of that. I suggest it. And that doesn't always mean they follow that suggestion. Okay, great. So now we have a lot more. We have a lot more in the tens place. We need to take away 7, right? 7. So I'm gonna take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already in a row. And I've already got 2 by themselves. I'm gonna count them into the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leaving us with, what is it? Oh, 5. Okay, let's write down the 5. Great. Let's make sure we've got that written down. I think we got it. Now, sometimes children will rush ahead. Oh, 6 minus 3. Ah, yes, no exchange there. 6 minus 3, I already know that. That's 3. And then I have to say, 3's not gonna be right, actually, because we did an exchange. You just follow what number you need to take away on the bottom. We need to take away a 3 from the hundreds place. So after we do that, let's count 3. 1, 2, 3. We end up with actually 2 left over. Oh. And that's by far the hardest thing about dynamic subtraction. That'll be the part that people miss probably. When they miss numbers, you can go back and help them, and over time they'll get better at that. And then in the thousands place, we need to take away 2, kind of count through. That leaves 3. Let's check that. Did we write it down? 3,255. Okay, so you could see how doing that with several exchanges in a row could be really challenging. Keep it simple for a while. Don't overwhelm anything. Don't put 2 and 3 exchanges in a row or a bunch of zeros on the top for the top numbers. Keep it simple. Let them build confidence. And then when they're getting them right most of the time, that's when you can add in new layers of challenge. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Stamp Game Subtraction with exchanging, or borrowing, some people call it. Really appreciate your support on the channel. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.